Hi everyone, welcome to A Beer with Brad episode 54. Tonight we're going to talk about what should I do with all these extra photos, but first let's talk about the beer. Tonight I'm having a Hazy IPA called Allegedly. It's a Hazy IPA from Knuckle Puck Brewing, and I thought it was in Longmont, Colorado where I picked this up, but actually when I read the can it said Mead, Colorado, so I googled it. And Mead is like the rural area on the east side of Longmont, Colorado. So just right on the outside edge of Longmont, Colorado. Knuckle Puck Brewing Company caught my attention because of the name. Big hockey fans in this family. My son's been trying out the last two nights for a select hockey team, so I've been at the hockey rink all evening tonight before recording this, and just big hockey fans around here. So Knuckle Puck is a hockey term, and when I saw the name Knuckle Puck Brewing, I had to stop. Conveniently, it was located right like down the street, like 3 blocks from where I was picking up a big photo order that I had in Longmont, Colorado. So worked out perfect. Picked up the photo order, slid down the street, checked out Knuckle Puck Brewing, and a few other breweries on that trip. So allegedly a Hazy IPA from Knuckle Puck Brewing Company. So I did run out to Longmont. I had a nice sized photo order, and it was a lot of really big prints, like this size and larger. And I used 2 different printers. One's in Iowa and one's in Colorado. But the one in Iowa, where this came from, this is from McKenna over in Iowa. They don't go up to a 40 by 60, which Duraplex out in Longmont, Colorado does. So went out to Duraplex, picked up some 40 by 60s and some 30 by 45s. And it was actually cheaper to drive to Colorado, whether it was 2 or 3 tanks of gas. I think it was just 2. Stay the night in a hotel and come back to Omaha the next day than it was to have those photos shipped to Omaha. So worked out good. My buddy Josh that I do all the photography trips with, he lives out in Denver, so he came up to Longmont, him and his wife stayed the night in Longmont. We hit up a few breweries, checked out some places I'd never been to, a lot of great different beers out there. So it was a fun, quick trip out to pick up some photos, and now we have a few photos here to talk about, so let's jump into that. Oh, real quick, before I get started, the first weekend of September, which is the 6th and 7th, is the annual Rockbrook Village Art Fair. Out here at 108th and Center. Rockbrook Village Art Fair is Saturday 10 to 6, Sunday 10 to 5. I'm kind of, I believe, now I'm thinking if I even got my email yet, but I'm assuming I'm in the normal spot where I always at, located kind of just a little bit west of Center. Right, kind of, there's a main courtyard in the middle. I'm kind of right on just to the west end of it. Rockbrook Village Art Fair is always a great time. It's usually like one of those first weekends of the year too, where kind of the heat and humidity kind of go away for the year, and just have some beautiful weather. And it's one of the biggest and best art fairs around this area. And the best part this year, I just looked before I recorded this, Saturday, August 6th, there is no Nebraska football game during the art fair. And those of you that have been in art fairs around this part of the country know that if Nebraska's playing football, the art fair is going to be dead from about an hour before the game starts until maybe the rest of the day, depending on how they do. So always grateful when there's a bye week or the game is a night game, which this time it's a night game. So perfect. You can come to art fair and then go root on whatever team you want to root for, and I'll go home happy because there'll actually be people at the art fair on Saturday. So I got a collection of a lot of photos here that I just don't know what to do with anymore. This whole thought about what to do with these photos got started because of this photo here. This photo was one of 3 photos that a new business out in northwest Omaha, if you want to see the pictures, Hammer and Nails, it's a men's grooming salon. So they do men's hair, men's nails, pedicures, manicures, stuff like that. So go look them up on, I know it's on their Instagram page. If you go to their Instagram, look up Hammer Nails Omaha, you'll see this picture along with 2 others hanging on the wall. It's really cool. The room is really kind of like painted real dark, and then they have some nice bright lights lighting up these 3 photos, and they look amazing. It's this one, and then another skyline photo from the 2019 flood, where you have the Ferris wheel in the foreground, all the flood water, and then the skyline behind it, and then another one which is a brand new one, the firework photo from just a few weeks ago downtown for the Cultural Series fireworks. So that was in a video 2 beers with Brads ago, so 1 or 2 ago. So that the 3 of them look great together. Now the reason I have this one sitting here and I'm trying to get rid of it is when that first order came with the 3 photos, McKenna over in Iowa sent it to me, and the package had a pretty good ding in it when I opened it up. The outside photo, which is not this one, happened to be dented. These metal photos, they're very tough and durable, except for they bend super easy. You know, they're great. You can touch them, you can wipe them off, you can do a lot of things with them, but you just can't put a lot of pressure on the end. And so it was bent. And so when I called up and told them I needed another one because the first one was bent, instead of sending me the bent one, they accidentally sent me this one. And so they told me to try to sell this, and then they would work with me on the price so that I could give it to someone, maybe someone watching this video, at a discount. So I'm trying to sell this at a pretty nice discount. Normally, so let's start off. This is a 30 by 45 metal print. It's quite a bit bigger than I normally would sell like at an art fair. I don't really want to take this to the art fair. The chances of something this big getting damaged are pretty high, and it's a little bit bigger than I want to put in my tent. You know, I only have so much room in the tent, so I wouldn't normally order. If I had a picture, well actually I have almost the exact same picture of this with a different color fountain at the art fair. It'll be there this next month, but normally I do 24 by 36. That the price point sells better at art fairs. It takes up less room and it's easier. This is harder to transport. The 24 by 36, I have boxes that I can put them in. It keeps them a lot flatter. So this one here is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just too big and it was a mistake. So normally this would sell for $995, and I'm looking to get about half that out of it. So if you're interested or know someone that's interested, let me know. Everyone, all these pieces here, these metals, they all have a way to hang them. So these look like they're hanging about an inch off the wall. You can see the 2 little hanging tabs there. You could just use a regular nail or a screw, but it's a great piece. It's a great size for like if you had an office and you wanted to put like an entryway or something. Maybe, you know, like at the end of a hallway. But it's a great piece, and like I said, I'm looking to just to move it on to someone who could use it. Like I said, I do have one with a similar, exact same photo with a different color fountain that I'll have at the art fair. So 30 by 45 metal. Shoot me an email, brad@bradwilliamsphotography.com, if you're interested or know someone that's interested, and we'll get the picture a new home. So the second thing I want to talk about getting rid of is these. This is a 16 by 24. This is called a plaque mount. So it's actually a photo, and it's printed onto a photo and a photo paper, and then that is laminated to the front of this high density fiberboard. Has a nice black edge. This one also has a way to hang it on the back. Hangs right on there, or you can screw that block to the wall and then the block hangs on there. This is one of my favorite mounting styles. The metal's cool, but this probably is actually my favorite. Like if I am not moving around, if I'm just going to hang a piece on my own wall. The problem with these, and problem is, I don't know if it's the right word to use, but I got a whole bunch of these 10 years ago. A lot of them on the back actually say what year they were printed. This is May of 2015. So I've been hauling this size print and this material to the art fair for 10 years. And for whatever reason, this size and this material does not sell. I think originally I might have had them at $3.95, maybe $2.95. But I'm pretty sure at the last art fair I marked them down to $1.95, and they still don't sell. And it's too bad because it's a great mount. This one, you know, has a little bit of damage in the corner, but you know, when you haul it to art fair for 10 straight years, it just kind of gets beat up. But you know, I have the one back here at the Brock Barn, and over there's a picture from Happy Canyon. And no, it's not Antelope Canyon, even though people at the art fair always say, oh, look, it's Antelope Canyon. I've been there. Antelope Canyon is a huge tourist trap with thousands and thousands of people a day going through. Happy Canyon is a super remote, long hike to get there, and you'll have the place nearly to yourself. It's awesome. It's a whole different experience in those caves when you're by yourself. But anyways, I have a bunch of these. I bet I have near a dozen different, between the barn, there might be a skyline one still, a train, and several landscape photos. And I'm just looking to get rid of them because I want to bring new stuff to the art fair. There's a lot of repeat business at the art fair, and when you bring the same exact pictures for 10 straight years, people come in, they ask what's new, and you don't have room for new stuff because you have all the old stuff. Again, there's this size and this material for whatever just does not sell. I've marked it down over $200. I'm not even making money at this point. I'm just trying to get rid of them. Probably losing a few dollars at $195. So there'll be several of those there. Stop by. You know, if you see a couple that catch your eye and you want to wheel and deal on them, let me know. Let's talk. We'll figure something out. So I'd like to get these to a new home so I can bring new pictures to the next art fair. So the next thing I have. So this has been hanging out around here for 10 years, are these prints that have been hanging out here for 9 years. These haven't been to the art fair. These have been sitting in my basement in a box for 9 years. So what happened was when I was in a co-op gallery in the old market, I had a bunch of big prints that people could thumb through and take with them, and then the thought was they could roll them up in a tube and take them home if they weren't from around here, because it was in a little market, you get a lot of tourists, or they go home and frame them. A little bit of a lower price point than some of this stuff. But then when we were getting ready to start having our first kid, I left the co-op to save more time because there's a lot of time at the co-op. I put these in a box in the basement, and they have not moved. I don't know if I'm going to bring them to this next art fair. I do have a little stand I can put them in. I mean, here we have Rosenblatt. This one on my website is called Fall on South 13th Street. This is the aerial view of Rosenblatt from the outfield that I took from a helicopter. Remember, this was before drones were even in existence. Flip that around. There's a great, awesome picture of Rosenblatt. Got one of the downtown ballpark. This time it was TD Ameritrade Park, now it's called Charles Schwab Field, with the whole skyline behind it. And this one, Glade Creek Grist Mill. I had $195 on all of these. You know, and at this point I could probably come down a little bit off of those just because I want to move them on to a new home. They're nothing wrong with the great true photo paper. I mean, they're printed with light on a light jet printer. They're not ink, so it's a true photo. A lot of cool scenes there. And then I also have this 16 by 24 of the Glade Creek Grist Mill, also a photographic print. And I have no idea why I have this picture. It doesn't have any. I don't have any notes on it. I don't have a price on it. This is a print size that I offer on my website, but I don't ever take these to art fairs. I never had this size in the gallery. And again, 16 by 24 print, a photographic print. No idea why I have that. Also in here, there's a pretty terrible picture of the passageway. I'm not even going to pull that one out. Is this random picture of La Casa. It's double matted with a blue and yellow acid-free matte. It's ready to go into a frame. I have no idea why I have this one either, or why I double matted it. I mean, I know I took the picture. The picture was a fun, you know, they just got the sign fixed, all the neon was working. I had fun, I took it, but I don't know why I ever matted it or had it dry mounted, but cool picture. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. If you're interested, again, Brad at bradphotography.com. This does have a few issues we need to talk about if you're interested in it, but I believe that would also fit into a 16 by 20 16 by 20 frame, so that standard size frame you could probably find about anywhere. Again, we talked about the 2 plaque mounts, and in the middle is another picture. I don't know why I have this. It's also not, maybe it was a test print. I don't know why I would have test printed it. Maybe I thought I would, if I liked it, I'd use it at the art fair. Apparently I had it at an art fair, but I think I just used it as a space filler one time when I had an empty spot. But this one doesn't have the whole frame on the back, but it does have a way to hang it on the back. This one's only going to stand about 1/8 to 1/4 inch off the wall, but still nice metal print. This, I don't know, the photographer in me wants to throw this one away, and you know, this should be a blue sky and a dark, like just like blurred out grass at the bottom, but unless you're like looking at it in the bright light, you really don't see. This would have to be hung in the absolute right lighting conditions to look alright. And you got the windmill in front of the full moon, which a lot of times I say is kind of gimmicky. Sometimes on like the windmill it's a little bit different, but do that every once in a while. So again, I have a lot of stuff that I just need to find a home for, so that I can make room to bring in new pictures to the art fair and just change things up a little bit. I'm always out taking, you know, I'm taking pictures all the time, so it'd be fun to get rid of some of these so I can make new room. It'd be good to get rid of some of these because you know, this is not something I have normally like in stock for my art fair or something. It's just a random piece that's sitting here hoping the right person comes along for it. So this one, if I don't sell at the art fair, it might end up, there's a charity auction coming up towards the end of the year. It might just end up at that. Usually there's a couple charity auctions I donate pieces to, and usually I'll do like a 24 by 36, you know, 16 by 24, or 24 by 36, depending kind of what it is and what kind of auction it is. But this is a little bit bigger, but if I don't sell it, that might be a good way to move it on to a new home. So I appreciate everyone tuning in to this Beer with Brad. That's another week late. You know, it's just the summertime. It's hard to get everything in that I want to get in, so I figured, you know, 1 week late's not a big deal. I did last week put out a picture or a video on YouTube of my 360 camera, which I think I'm going to have a full Beer with Brad on that coming up pretty soon. And but that was kind of fun. So if you didn't see that, there's I put a 360 camera on the roof of my 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. And if you thought that this Volkswagen Beetle looked like a bug before, wait till you see this 360 camera. It looks like a ladybug, like, and you're riding on top of it. It's really cool. It's kind of crazy. So it was a lot of fun to make. It's always fun getting the bug out. I don't drive it enough, but when I do, I always enjoy it. But again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget Art Fair, Rockbrook Village Art Fair, Saturday and Sunday, September 6th and 7th. I hope to see everyone out there. Again, if you're interested in any of these, shoot me an email, brad@bradwilliamsphotography.com. And if you want to see them in person, we can meet up somewhere and I can show them to you, or you can swing by the art fair and I'll point out what the pictures I was talking about. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I always appreciate you watching these videos, and we'll see you again next month.